I'm going to show you how you can go from zero traffic to highly targeted traffic using the same secret techniques as applied by top marketers globally. It doesn't matter if you are a newbie or if you've been trying for some time with little to no results. You can attract potential buyers to your website and make some serious money following 3 simple steps. I've been in the business of selling information for years, and I can tell you that it's a very rewarding experience when you can generate sales and leads day in, day out with just a few clicks of your mouse. First, let me ask you this. Are you interested in knowing how successful online marketers are able to generate that impressive amount of traffic to their website? Do you wish to be the envy among these high-end profiles yourself and triple your sales? Or perhaps frustrated that you're not getting the results that you want no matter how much time and effort you invest? If your answer is yes to all the above, then I've got something for you. It's a step-by-step training course on how you can continuously attract visitors to your website. This might just be the game changer that you need to turn things around. Considering that, you are struggling with low website traffic and weak conversion problems. You are looking for ways to start an online business but don't know where to proceed from there. You have probably tried reading books and attending free seminars but are not getting the immediate results that you want. You could be making the newbie mistakes that should be avoided at all costs. And there's no better time than now to start turning the tables in your favor. Without further ado, I present you Buyers Traffic Secrets. This is the go-to master guide for website traffic increases. Finally, you too can be the next marketer rock star and start raking in massive paydays. You'll be the most sought-after online marketer and the envy of your peers. Here's what you can look forward to in this training course. The 7 important phrases of a funnel that can increase your website traffic. Secrets behind why paid traffic is a much better option than free traffic. Reasons why you should start using content marketing instead of traditional marketing. And ultimately, increase your revenue and generate as much as 5 figures on a regular basis, plus much more. At last, you can start getting fantastic results from your responsive list of buyers and start generating quick bursts of cash. Getting this course won't cost you a fortune. You don't need to be tech savvy. In fact, if you feel you're a newbie right now, perfect. This course is designed especially for you. Click on the button below to secure your Traffic Buyers Secrets course. I am also backing my offer with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, or it's your money back for the next 30 days. I am willing to let this go at such an insanely low price because I want to prove my worth and value to you. So there you have it. Click now on the order button.
Hello and welcome to the second topic on why paid traffic is better than free traffic. In this video, I'm going to let you know the reason why paid traffic beats free traffic. First of all, there are a growing number of brands, products, and services that are currently embracing the cost-effectiveness of content marketing. It's important to understand that even the most affordable marketing strategies to drive traffic require some financial investment. If you think that free traffic is a better option than paid traffic, you may want to consider utilizing paid traffic instead if you want to improve the effectiveness of your content marketing campaigns with relative ease. Now, you might be wondering why paid traffic is the better option compared to free traffic. Let me convince you with a couple of reasons. First of all, paid traffic allows you to easily earn highly targeted viewers. Highly targeted viewers are basically your target market, and by using paid content, it's easier for you to reach wider and faster compared to free traffic. Unlike using free content marketing platforms, paid traffic sources provide vast features for you over your ad copy, banner designs, and other advertising elements, which can develop your site visitors into your highly targeted traffic. Google AdWords, Facebook, and other PPC, pay-per-click sources easily allow you to target your highly targeted viewers by a few different factors, such as demographic, region, and devices. Up next, instead of heavily relying on broad promotions that cover all sectors or relying on organic search traffic, Paid traffic campaigns, such as buy-sell ads, can be set up to easily drive highly targeted viewers to your website and content pieces. Whereas tools such as Alexa and Compete.com allow you to choose specific niche websites that are relevant to the content that you want to promote, as well as making sure your highly targeted viewers are interested in your content. Additionally, it retargets features on AdWords, Facebook, and a select few programs that you can use to reduce the issue of banner blindness among Internet users. Banner blindness is essentially a phenomenon in web usage where Internet users would consciously or subconsciously ignore banner images, which are mainly due to broad promotions. Content discovery platforms such as Outbrain or Zemanta does content promotion for you on similar pages across the web. Links will be placed in the front of the target market who have recently consumed content on the same subjects. Moreover, this platform offers features to you to filter your traffic by device and region. This is to ensure that the paid traffic comes from visitors who are likely to convert. When it comes to free traffic, most business owners, particularly for those who own small or medium enterprises, heavily rely on SEO, search engine optimization, to save cost on their digital marketing campaign. Because owners should understand that SEO has never been nor will it ever be considered a free traffic. SEO takes a lot of work to maintain. With that comes the cost of an SEO firm or consultant is necessary to help identify opportunities and prioritize them. Furthermore, there are marketing tools that require cost to drive free traffic. So, what are the major setbacks with using free traffic? Firstly, it's time itself when using SEO. SEO generates tangible results from all of your efforts in a very slow time frame, which is mainly due to the process involved where the content is indexed by the search engines. Since SEO requires a longer time to generate sufficient results, it would also take a longer time to achieve a good return of investment, or ROI, from all your efforts. Due to that, it's an unfavorable situation, especially for small businesses, that require substantial revenues in the short term, which they will use as revolving funds to maintain their continued business operations. Similar to paid traffic platforms, SEO will still require a big investment to gain highly targeted viewers. Unless the SEO is managed on your own, such as attracting backlinks and producing content, SEO is not a fully fledged, free digital marketing tool as most people would consider it. In the end, you may just end up hiring external support to build organic links and other SEO marketing activities to generate sufficient results from all of your marketing efforts. It would certainly happen if you are operating and marketing in a competitive niche market. Being at the top on the first page in a search engine result page is one of the most important aspects to gain substantial traffic, as most Internet search users will likely not scroll past the first page and disregard the following pages. Using SEO or any other free traffic platforms will not provide immediate or guarantee to reach the first pages of the search results by just using the keywords that you are targeting with. Comparing between paid traffic and free traffic, you could see now that there is no such thing as free traffic. The amount of time and investment you pour in just to get an average result is not worth it at all. With that amount of resources, it's a sensible way to invest on paid traffic and get the best results from it. If paid traffic is the way to go, you would be asking yourself, what paid sources should I be using then? I'll list down the top 5 paid traffic sources that you should try and then apply it to your online marketing efforts. Compared to other top paid traffic sources, Google AdWords is the go-to option for every business person, even if it's a small or medium business. AdWords is basically the all-rounder paid traffic solutions for both search and display advertising. The best way to understand a visitor's intention to purchase your product is through understanding what the person is searching online, and AdWords is versatile in that aspect. It's still necessary to drive your visitors into visiting your site by using online marketing tactics and great content. Follow-up platform is the Facebook ad, which provides exceptional effective ways of driving targeted paid traffic. Facebook ad allows you to target audiences that are mirrored close to your existing customer base. Essentially, Facebook searches for people that are similar to your customers, that have purchased your product before. Additionally, Facebook provides various options to target, such as demographic, geographic, contextual, or even behavior. Due to constant updates of the Facebook platform, it's necessary to keep tabs with the changes occasionally through blogs and updates. Next is Outbrain Amplify, which is similar to Google AdWords and Facebook. Amplify provides a cost-per-click bidding system, a function to test multiple headlines directed to the same content, device targeting, and geographic targeting. Compared to the other top platforms, Outbrain Amplify primarily works best in fostering relationships through great content to drive traffic to sites. If you're venturing into the B2B market, LinkedIn ads could be a great paid traffic source for you to drive traffic to your site. LinkedIn ads have three main advertising options, which are sponsored updates, display and text ads, and in-mail. Compared to other traffic platforms, LinkedIn ads allows you to target by job title and job functions. Other targeting options are location, age, gender, skills, company by name, industry, company size, school, and group. Among the top traffic sites, LinkedIn ads is priced on a cost-per-click basis, and it is expensive with a standard starting price at $4.50. Last but not least is Twitter ads, which provide good targeting options. Similar to Facebook ads, Twitter ads allow you to target by keyword, interests, and followers, and even a tailored audience. Similar to LinkedIn ads, it's quite pricey out of the gate, unless you have significant data for viewer targeting already. Overall, when it comes to the comparison and the differences between paid traffic and free traffic, you can see why paid traffic is essential if you're looking to gain the best out of your online marketing investments. Additionally, I hope you could understand and determine which traffic platform would ideally suit your business. The most significant point in building traffic is to build trust and showing value first, and you will gain results from these on your desired traffic platform. Hello, and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, I'm going to show you how to generate traffic with media buying. Some people like to use a busy highway or billboard analogy to better understand the concept of media buying. The ad networks represent the billboard space. The billboards represent the ad space, and the sites they're featured on act as the busy highways. Think of the media buyer as a trader buying low and selling high, but with ads instead of stocks. He looks for the best ad placements and aims to monetize the traffic with the highest paying ad programs. The more expensive the spot, the greater likelihood your ad will be seen by more people. Remember, high-traffic websites are like prime pieces of real estate, well positioned on a busy street corner with plenty of passers-by. A lot of publishers and advertisers are in fact media buyers themselves. If by chance they're not, they'll sure want to collaborate with one. Without further ado, let's get started. First things first, a media buyer needs to buy traffic if he wants to do well in this business. But not just any traffic. A treasure trove of traffic holding tens of thousands of visitors is more like it. Since this kind of traffic volume is not typically attained through one website alone, the smart and savvy media buyer will always try to diversify his sources. Unfortunately, all traffic types are not created equal, and since the media buyer doesn't create traffic, he has to buy it. Rotation on network is a campaign in which your ads rotate on a network of sites. This traffic typically consists of different sources such as websites, blogs, and forums. All these traffic sources in turn creates the RON. However, a RON can mask top converting or rubbish traffic. Therefore, take a closer look at domain names ending in .tk and traffic coming from any unindustrialized countries because they usually don't convert well. In some cases, some of the great networks allow you to backlist or, in some much rarer cases, whitelist some of their RON traffic. On the other hand, remnant traffic is a traffic at a discount. Essentially, it's the leftovers, and this is the reason why it's sold at such bargain prices. But you know the saying, leftovers of others make a feast for some. The harder to convert traffic of industry players may actually become your benefit if you have a decent geo-targeting strategy. Now that we have seen what you can buy, now is the time for who you can buy. The ad network is a player in the industry. It's the company that serves as a bridging point, as traffic broker connecting buyers and sellers alike. The ad network can be thought of as a conductor in an orchestra leading a symphony of publishers and advertisers, which means baton in one hand, traffic in the other. You may be wondering, why go through a broker at all? Well, since the network purchases higher volumes of traffic over a longer period of time, it has access to a larger array of traffic types at a more reasonable price. It's always better to get your feet wet in something new once you have a basic understanding of what's to be done. In this case, ad networks make traffic buying simpler. They make traffic buying for the beginner easy to do, and they tend to offer support if you run into trouble along the way. For those who have a thinking of independent, self-made, and successful online entrepreneur as a thing of the past, you need to stop thinking like that. There are still a lot of site owners out there that won't sell their ad space to networks. They themselves prefer dealing with their site's traffic monetization operation. The lone webmaster might look like an ant compared to the big, powerful ad networks out there, but when you put a bunch of ants together, they build wonders. The art of media buying is not something that's assessed by a panel of has-beens on a cheesy talent show you'd find on television. It's measured by the ability to make cold and hard cash. Let's start at the beginning. In the same way that the media buyer doesn't generate traffic on his own, it should be noted that he doesn't create content either. It's never been more important to find great products to market to your traffic. Ever heard the phrase, "you can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar"? Well, you can certainly apply this phrase to media buying and traffic monetization as a whole. Once you have found the most suitable offer, get in touch with the provider and check to see if you can become an affiliate. The best way to do media buying is by dealing with webmasters directly. You simply find blogs, websites, forums, or places where your potential customers can be reached and contact them directly asking about available ad spaces on their website. In this way, you can be super selective with who you contact and choose to only advertise on highly targeted websites with local traffic that's good for your business. The media buyer's language revolves around two things: efficiency metrics and profit. Since time is money, do not expect the media buyer to express himself with long and elaborate words. As I've mentioned above, media buyers' main focus is the profit. The terms, such as PPS, PPL, PPC, and RS are often used by them. PPS, it means pay per sale. When you promote PPS offers, you usually earn more money for each individual sale, but they usually have a lower conversion rate than PPL offers, as they typically require the usage of a credit card. These offers are among the best ones for highly qualified traffic. On the other hand, PPL, pay per lead, is an offer where you get paid each time a user makes a defined action. For example, you can get paid each time a user signs up for free or fills out a form. PPC, which is pay per click, means that you get paid each time a user clicks on an ad or the sponsored link. It's by far the fastest way to earn money. However, the amount you earn per click is among the lowest gains you will probably see in this market. As for RS, rev share means that you get a percentage of what your user spends. This never expires and the user is referred by you forever. Welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. I'll lead you through the techniques in generating traffic via buy solo ads from the other vendors. Buying solo ads with the other vendors is indeed the fastest and most effective way to generate traffic to your site for the starters. In addition, the calculation of how much you spend depends on how many traffic the vendors send to your page. Pay per click. This way you can get targeted leads, people who are interested in your niche, instead of getting useless traffic to your site without making any purchases. You get the targeted leads as well as increasing your email list. What makes buying solo ads the best is you can see the instant results and conversion rate to your site. First and foremost, you need to understand that solo ad emails serve as a pre-sell. It doesn't make any sale yet. The solo ad emails you send to the readers only lead them to your squeeze page with your free report to download. Hence, the solo ad message and squeeze page must be congruent so it makes sense to the readers. Once again, I want to show you another example of my squeeze page with the headline, Big Red Arrow, and the orange opt-in form. It's worth mentioning the squeeze page once again because it's a fundamental tool to the success of affiliate businesses. A squeeze page should be simple but action-oriented, as mentioned. Pre-sell to give the teaser to the readers. After the headline, the big red arrow to lead the readers to the opt-in form. It had been tested that if you only ask for their email instead of a name and email, results in a higher conversion rate. Here's a small reminder for the opt-in form. Use orange or yellow button. It's proven to create higher conversion rates as well. Don't use other colors. It's the same reason to increase the conversion rate. Use single opt-in instead of double opt-in. That's what I learned from my experience throughout the years. You can use the basic format for an email I taught in the previous modules in writing a solo ad email. Let us revise the format once again. First, keep the email short and precise, within 55 characters per line, with 200 words maximum. Insert 3 URLs that link to the same site, in the beginning, middle, and at the end of your email. The additional technique I'm going to discuss here is the semi-blind offer. You give only half of the information about the offer, arouse their curiosity to know more about what is the next offer you're going to give them. This is an example of a solo ad email. You can start with stating the problem the readers are facing right now. Insert a URL after that. Then, you tell them the solution for the problem. Same thing here, you insert another URL. You can end it right after this with a call to action or continue with a PS line and end it with an extra URL. Keep in mind that you send the traffic to your squeeze page first. Do not send the traffic straight away to the vendor's page. This is a vital step to build your own email list first. You can track the conversion rate or the clicks you send to the vendor's page through Google Analytics and Link Tracker tool. Google Analytics is a free service from Google. Simply search it in Google Engine and sign up for free. However, there are several link tracker tools available online that you can purchase to have more features. There are some questions you must ask the solo ad vendor before you agree to buy his ads. First, you definitely need to know how big the email list is. This way you can estimate the clicks that are going to send to your page. And then you need to know how the vendor manages to get your leads, the prospects that have higher chances of purchasing your product, how many clicks the vendor is able to generate to your page. Next, what is the offer the vendor can provide? This is to know how much you need to spend for the clicks he sends into your page. Most importantly, how old is the list? This determines the effectiveness of the list. If the list is too old, it may contain some inactive email addresses. So after knowing all the techniques to deal with the solo ad vendors, the next step is to search for solo ad vendors. But where do you get solo ad vendors? The links are provided at the bottom of this video. Feel free to check those links out after you get ready to send your solo ad emails. The alternative way is to search solo ad or email advertising plus niche name with Google search engine. However, you need to do some research on the reliability of the site beforehand. How much should you spend for the solo ads? Well, it all depends on the estimated numbers of clicks you expect from the vendor. This is why tracking is really important because you need to know your numbers. The most ideal deal will be from 20 cents to 40 cents per click. 50 cents per click is still reasonable, but provided the vendor can really send in good traffic. If you have a little appetite to spend too much on this, start off with a small number such as 200 clicks. If the deal is 40 cents per click, the money you need to spend for this is $80. Now in this module, let's talk about how to build a funnel for buyers' traffic. You may ask, why a funnel? Well, let me tell you why. I believe the majority of you are struggling with low traffic and weak conversion problems. Is that right? Are you struggling with getting traffic to your website or converting that traffic when it shows up? You think that you're losing your buyers, wasting your opportunities, or whatever it is. Let me tell you this. These are just symptoms of a much greater problem. What is the problem? You've guessed it right, a funnel problem. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, there's this one step that I want to remind you to take before you can grow any company. Now, what's that first step? The secret formula. Let me tell you the 4 questions that could solve your problems. First of all, ask yourself, who is my dream client? Who do I want to work with? Who do I want to attract? Is it the same thing when it comes to asking yourself, who is my dream guy or girl? I'm sure every one of you have asked yourself that question before. So tell me why you asked yourself that. Because you want a clearer picture of who that ideal someone is. Am I right? You don't want to just date anyone who's interested in you. So the same thing applies to this. You have to ask yourself, who is your dream client? What are they passionate about? What do they look like? What are their goals, dreams, and desires in life? List out the characteristics of your dream clients. It would be even greater if you could just find a few physical pictures to represent them. I know this may seem a little silly, but it does magic. Go through this short exercise yourself to find out how impactful it is. After doing that exercise, you already know who you're trying to attract. So the next thing to ask yourself, where can you find them? Where do they hang out online? Are they on Twitter or Facebook? What blogs do they read? What groups are they a part of? Then just list down a few of your dream clients that you think might be hanging out online. The third question you have to ask yourself is, what bait will you use to attract them? It could be a DVD, a CD, audio recording, or a physical book. Anything your dream customer would like or pay attention to. After all, this is the whole point of using a bait, right? You want to attract your customers to buy from you. Therefore, it's important to know what your customers want. You have to create the right bait. There's one thing about human beings. We all love results. People really don't care about the process to get there. People want to see the end results, am I right? So the last step you have to ask yourself, what results do I want to give them? Now that you know who your dream clients are, where they are, you've got the perfect bait. Now it's all about the results you can offer. What then would you do to guarantee their success? It is very important. It is where you want to take them. I know this is a really simple exercise, but I just want you to take a few minutes now and really answer those 4 questions. Now let's talk about value ladder. Why value ladder? Because it's an essential ingredient for the sales funnel. Remember talking about the funnel problem in this previous module? So in order to start working on a sales funnel, you have to build out a value ladder. Don't worry, it's very simple. All you have to do is to think a little harder, be more creative and innovative. Just some simple steps and you can double or triple your sales. How great's that? Are you excited to know more about this? Let me explain how a value ladder works. It's pretty much like a ladder. If you see how we structure it, basically the vertical axis shows the value of the product or services that you'll be providing, and the horizontal axis shows the price. And of course, you want to bring your dream client to the top right-hand corner of this graph. It's where the highest value is provided, which means it's also where you can charge the highest. However, in order to attract your dream clients to reach the top, you have to make sure you're using the right bait. So ask yourself, what do my customers want? What can I offer them to make them ascend the ladder? If you do it right, you'll be able to move your clients to high-end services. The higher the value you're able to provide to your customers, the more you can charge. Oftentimes, people focus so much on the front-end products, but they neglect the back-end products. Remember, both are equally important. You don't want to lose your customers after purchasing just one of your products. If you want to beat out your competition, you need to construct a solid value ladder. Have you ever come across a product you really like, but you ended up walking away because it was too pricey? I believe we all have. For example, fine dining. Not everyone can afford it, and it's pretty obvious that they are only targeting the high-income people. Hence, we can come to a conclusion that the highest level service might not be the best fit for all people. You need to provide a wide range of offers so you get to attract more customers. You need to be different from the rest. You need to build a deeper funnel with more offerings. To put it simply, you need to build a funnel that will help you do 2 things. Firstly, you try to attract as many customers as possible. You provide value to each of them at the unique level of services at an affordable price. Customers are willing to purchase as long as they like you, see the credibility in you, and the value in what you're providing. Secondly, you target different groups of people. You target the ones who can ascend the value ladder where you provide the most value and make the most money out of it. These are your dream clients, and you don't want to just offer them one front-end product and bid goodbye to them. A buyer is always a buyer. Once they buy from you, they are going to keep buying as long as you can provide them value. Now, let me walk you through the process. As you can see from the diagram, the funnel, it consists of different steps. A funnel moves people through the sales process. Above the funnel is your potential customers, and they're entering as your traffic. At the top of the funnel is the bait you use to attract your customers. It's important to get the bait right, to know what your customers really want and pay attention to. In this step, you have to start placing ads featuring your bait and attract your potential customers. Next comes your front end. It's where you'll start selling your products. Potential customers will start raising hands, and a certain percentage of your traffic will purchase your offer. However, you do not stop there. You continue to move to the next step in your funnel. Introduce the next product or service in your value ladder. As you move down your funnel, you'll have to keep offering more value in your products or services. This is how you attract people to buy. Ask yourself, if you do not see any value in the products or services you purchase, would you still spend money getting more? Of course not. Hence, the key factor is to keep offering values and charge higher prices. As you move down your funnel, there will be lower percentage of customers attracted as compared to the front end. It makes sense, right? Although the value you offer increases, not everyone is willing to pay more, right? Trust me. Continue offering more values and charge more prices as you move down the funnel. At the end of the day, what matters? Attracting your dream clients, am I right? Now, in this module, we'll talk about pre-framing. It's important for you to know the concept of pre-frame because each step in a funnel is a pre-frame for the next step. Now, for those who don't know what a pre-frame is, I'm just going to briefly explain what it is. Pre-framing is a really powerful tool that allows you to let someone know in advance what is going to happen. There are no limitations to this. You can have unlimited potential with this tool. Now the next question you may ask, why do you need to pre-frame? How can it help me solve my problems? Well, let me ask you a question. What do you think your initial action would be if you are faced with something new or something that makes you feel uncertain or uncomfortable? To reject, am I right? What about another scenario? Have you ever been dragged to an event, a party, or a seminar? You're there just because your family or friends want you to. You have no idea what to expect. You have no idea what's going on. How do you feel? Uncomfortable? Kinda lost? This is why you need a well-done pre-frame. A well-done pre-frame can eliminate potential doubt, hesitations, objections, disagreements, etc. With a pre-frame, you are giving yourself the advantage of handling challenges while they are small or even non-existent. Therefore, this tool should be used in every step of your funnel so that you can build relationships and get visitors to continue to buy from you. Building relationship is essential because people usually buy from people they like or trust. Now, that being said, it could also skyrocket your sales, whether it's the products or services you're selling. So if you spend time and effort on this, the results will follow. After all, you want to focus on the process to bring the best outcome, don't you? Now, here's my scenario that I want you to picture yourself in. If you know that you want to sell a product at a price that is slightly higher than the market price, what should you do? Pre-frame. You've guessed it right. You should bring it up first so that you can pre-frame it and allow your buyers to know in advance. Assume your buyer is a sharp business person. He must have done his homework to market research and knows what you're selling at a higher price as compared to your competitors. So how should you pre-frame it? You should tell them in advance that you know you're selling at a higher price, but you have to tell them how you're different from the rest. Can you provide more values, or is there any special packages, etc.? Because you started with pre-frame, it is more likely that the buyer will respond the way you want her to. And that's the state of mind you place someone in as they enter the next step of your sales funnel. Now that you understand pre-framing, I'm going to guide you through the 7 powerful phases of a funnel. First of all, you have to examine the mindset of the traffic before it reaches your site. In other words, you have to determine the traffic temperature. I know many of you have only paid a little or no attention to this, but it's important to know which of the three levels of traffic that come to your website. Is it hot, warm, or cold? Hot traffic is made up of people who already know who you are. These people are the ones who have subscribed to your podcast, read your blog, and are on your mailing list. Basically, you're going to talk to these people like your friends because you already have an established relationship with them. You can use personality-driven communication. You can share with them some of your personal stories, experiences, and opinions. Now let's talk about the second traffic, the warm traffic. These are people who don't know you, but they have a relationship with somebody you know. This is where joint ventures partnership work well. This level of traffic lends credibility to you, so people who don't know you will trust you and feel more comfortable when checking out your offers. For the cold traffic, it's made up of people who have no idea who you are. They don't know you, they don't know where you came from, they don't know what you offer, and they don't know whether they can trust you. These may be people who find you on Facebook, or maybe they stumble across your blog posts or articles. The most important thing to know is to figure out is the traffic temperature so that you can build the right pre-frame bridge, which will be covered in the next module. Now I'm going to teach you one of the most important concepts you can ever learn that will boost your sales, opt-in rate, and effectiveness of your traffic, and lead to generation efforts. It's called the pre-frame bridge. Now that you've figured out the traffic temperature, all you have to do is set up the pre-frame bridge. Note that different types of traffic need different bridges. The frame of mind that people are in before they visit your capture page plays a huge difference in your conversion rates. For the hot traffic bridge, it's the simplest among the three. You don't have to do much because you already have an established relationship with these people, so you don't have to do a lot of pre-framing or credibility building. You can probably just write a blog post or send out a quick email with a link to your landing page. These people like and trust you, they already know who you are, so they will listen and do as you suggest. Now, what about the next pre-frame bridge? In the previous module, we talked about the different types of traffic temperature. Can you recall what the warm traffic is made up of? Can you guess what types of bridges are needed to get to your landing page? Of course, it's a little longer than a hot traffic bridge. All you need is a little note of endorsement from a person they trust, such as a personal email or a lift letter from a JV partner. The most important thing is to have you and your product endorsed from the list owner. It could be via email, article, video, etc. As for the third one, I'm sure you know it would take the longest. This is where a little trick comes into play. I'm sure many businesses out there are losing these kinds of customers. Why? Because they don't know how to convert these cold traffic people. Let me teach you how to set up a cold traffic bridge. First of all, you have to know that it is totally different from a hot traffic bridge. You can't just send an ad or an email and direct them to your landing page. You have to know that cold traffic people have no idea who you are. So for people who know very little about you, you have to build credibility and trust. You often need a whole separate page that they go through before they go to the landing page. This separate page is your bridge page. It should be able to provide value, educate, and also enable them to better appreciate the offer. More importantly, you have to make them convert. You don't want them to stay as your cold traffic forever, do you? Therefore, you have to put in some effort to set up the longest bridge among the three traffic with the goal of dramatically increasing conversions. Now, I'm going to list down a few ways to pre-frame an offer. You could do it through blogs, YouTube testimonials, and also a survey or quiz. The last one's quite interesting. Do you know how it works? Let me tell you what the trick is. Now, in a survey or quiz, people ask certain questions and get the mind's wheels spinning in a particular direction. What do you think they'll do next? Curious for answers, am I right? This is when they click over to the landing page where you reveal the answers or solutions. Now that you've covered this module, I'm sure you can really scale your business without losing any of your cold traffic. Now let's talk about the 3 ways to qualify subscribers. The goal here is to take all the 3 traffic, the hot, warm, and cold. In this case, you do not target specific traffic, but you take all the traffic. You want to find out who is willing to give you their contact details in exchange for more information. Note that if people are not willing to give you their contact information, they are unlikely to invest money in you later. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Would you go on a date with someone whom you have rejected when he asked you for your number? Very unlikely, right? So in this phase, you want to qualify your subscribers. It's usually done through squeeze or opt-in pages that offer something with value in exchange for contact information. People do not want to waste time or money on things that demonstrate no value. Hence, it's important to put in some effort when creating the option-in or squeeze page. After that, you can start qualifying buyers. You want to find out who among them is a buyer because, after all, you know that not all subscribers are your potential buyers. One thing to keep in mind, qualify your buyers immediately after you qualify your subscribers. Qualify buyers right away. Don't wait a day or a week. This is when a value ladder comes into play. After qualifying your buyers, you offer them something of value to get them hooked. Attract them and use the right bait. It is through this process that you'll get to know more about your buyers. Once you have identified who the buyers are, you can market to them differently. Don't forget that you've got two lists in your hand. One is your subscriber list and the other one is your buyers list. You can treat each of these lists differently. You can send them a postcard to talk to them over the phone or even add them to a separate email sequence. After you've identified the buyers, you want to identify the hyperactive buyers. From the term hyperactive, I'm sure you know what it means. Don't you love hyperactive buyers? I'm sure you do. So you have to identify these kinds of buyers as quickly as possible. You don't want to lose this opportunity to attract such buyers. These are the people who are in some kind of pain and are willing to buy more than one thing at a time to alleviate that pain. You must identify your hyperactive buyers. Know who they are and treat them differently. Increase the chain of upsell. Ascend them through your value ladder. By identifying these kinds of buyers, your sales will definitely skyrocket. In this step, you want to age and ascend your relationship. Now, at this point, value ladders become really important. You want to provide value and help people with whatever you offer. You want them to see the value you're providing, so they'll keep coming back to buy from you, again and again. The goal is to move them up your value ladder to the very top. The last phase is to change the selling environment. You have to change accordingly. You just can't stay in your comfort zone. There are times when you have to just pick up the phone and sell over the phone or direct mail. It's even better to sell it through a seminar or live event where you get to see each other face to face. You can have the benefit of live feedback and overcome any objections. This usually applies to selling high-ticket products. Ask yourself, would you click a buy button for a $20,000 product that you see on a sales letter? Of course not, right? So when you change the selling environment, you can communicate at a different level. The best thing about this is that you get to ascend people up your value ladder, eventually ascending them to the very top level. Hi, in this module, I'm going to speak about the topic content marketing campaigns. The traditional world of marketing has been long shut off by the consumers. In this new generation, people often skip the advertisements they watch on the television, ignore the magazine or newspaper advertisements. Instead, the generation today are more adept at online surfing, and they can take in online information without a care for banners or buttons, making them irrelevant. In short, traditional marketing is becoming less and less effective, but there has to be a better way. This is the point where content marketing begins to shine. First of all, for those who are not familiar with content marketing, I'll provide you with a short description of it. Content marketing is a strategic marketing approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. And ultimately, the goal is to drive profitable customer action. So, do you want to know how content marketing is different from traditional marketing? By knowing the extreme benefits you can get from content marketing, I believe that after this, you'll never consider traditional marketing ever again. But before we jump into comparison, we also need to understand more about the traditional methods of marketing, which are direct response and branding. However, this divide today represents a false dichotomy. So what is the problem with these methods? Well, the answer is one method can't be effective without the other. And that's about it. Companies that focus on branding alone will go broke if they never figure out how to sell. But at the same time, companies that focus on direct response alone eventually go broke because everyone on this planet hates them. Has this ever happened to you? Let's imagine ourselves as our customers instead. Are you happy when you keep getting calls from telemarketers? How do you feel? Annoyed? Pissed? So what products do you go for usually? Let's say you're given a choice to purchase product A, which you've never heard of in your entire life, or product B, which you've heard or read about regularly. If you're one of the majority, you would definitely go for the branded one, isn't that right? We always buy the products that we trust, period. So the major flaw of traditional marketing is that they are 90% focused on selling the products. As I mentioned before, we don't like to be sold to. Today, 90% of the pieces of content are consumed before a purchasing decision is made. Instead of sales, they start with and buy your thoughts and leadership. Take note and remember that buyers don't buy your products and services. They buy your perspective and approach to solving their problems instead. On the other hand, content marketing, aka modern way of marketing, is more focused on selling the ideas about the product. Ideas equal solutions and values, which is why content marketing is the new path to revenue. Go ahead and think for a moment, why do you hate telemarketers or promoters so much? It's simple, actually, because it interrupts you in a variety of ways, looking to capture your attention for a brief period of time. These interruptions can also be in ways of radio, television, magazine ads, posters, street banners, and many more. Although they did try to get your attention, there are 3 fatal flaws in this method. Number 1, your attention only holds for a short amount of time. Number 2, oftentimes you are interrupted instead of being offered something valuable. The outcome of this is you get pissed, you hate it, and you will not buy. Number 3, this traditional publicity tends to be expensive, especially if all the campaigns are not successful. Now I'll explain to you why content marketing is the winning solution. Instead of interrupting you, it gives you valuable information. It can come in many different forms of content and provides a lot of advantages. So how many forms of content marketing are there? Some of them are blogs, articles, podcasts, downloadable guides, infographics, video, apps, social media conversations, printed digital publications, user-generated contents, cheat sheets or workbooks, and swipe files. Do you see the power in having so many forms? Instead of flaws, content marketing provides 8 major advantages to your business, which further reinforces why you need to add content marketing to your business now. Number 1, by providing value to the clients, you create loyalty to the brand. Number 2, with the blogs or videos, you can educate your clients so they buy in the future. Number 3, you can create reciprocity among clients that may buy from you out of gratitude. Number 4, you can attract clients just by writing in your blog. Number 5, you can create viral content that links with the website, attracting crazy amounts of clients. Number 6, through multimedia formats, you can attract the attention of the public across many demographics. Number 7, it's so much easier to put up content on the internet than on the television, radio, or magazines, etc. Number 8, it's totally inexpensive. Moreover, content marketing costs 62% less than traditional marketing and generates 3 times as many leads. Do you still need to ask why you should go for content marketing? Hey, I can go up to number 100 if I want to, but you get the idea. Content marketing is king. After understanding the what and why of content marketing, finally I'll tell you how to build a successful content marketing campaign. In order to build a successful campaign, 3 things need to be aligned. The first thing is quality content. What is content marketing without mind-blowing content? It's the core, the heart of everything we've discussed so far. Without a strong core, everything tumbles, even if you have the greatest strategies in the world. This quality content is number one in the whole equation. So what makes quality content? Understand that marketing used to be about making a myth and telling it. Now it's about telling a truth and sharing it. Today's market is no longer interested in lies and myths. They want no-nonsense, straight-to-the-point truth of whatever problems they're facing and solutions to solve them. This is what quality content's all about. It provides value. Value is what makes your clients put their trust on you. It's what really drives traffic to you. Let's take a moment and imagine. Are you going fishing? The market is a big fish pond. In this pond, the fish, which is the traffic, is already in there. So you don't have to create traffic. All you need to know is how to drive them to you. The bait you're using is the valuable content we're speaking about. The better bait you use, more traffic is going to come to you. However, not all fish are going to go for your bait. It needs to be the bait that they want. This brings us to point number 2. The content you provide must be relevant. We need to know who the people we're going for are and also our target demographics. Are they young, old, fitness enthusiasts, internet marketers, housewives, students, medical specialists? Know your customer and provide relevant, valuable content. With these 2 points, we have a pretty good bait to drive good traffic. But what if the quality content you are providing is just once in a blue moon? Will your traffic be consistently coming to you? Content marketing is not a one-hit wonder thing. You need to be consistent in publishing your content to keep your audience spellbound to the value you are providing. Keep your audiences staying with you. The second major thing on how to build a successful content marketing campaign is we need to build a relational bank account with marketing. So what is a relational bank account? Think of your relationship with your customers as a bank vault. Some marketers view their customers as an unlimited bank vault that they can constantly make withdrawals from. But the vault is actually empty at the beginning of the relationship. It's up to the business to build trust and goodwill with customers before asking for the sale. When you set up a bank account, the bank doesn't give you money. And the same thing is true with your customer. However, we're too often in withdrawal mode with our customers. Instead, we should focus more on making deposits. So ask yourself, would you give $1 to a stranger? Our willingness to give depends on the person asking. For example, we're more willing to give $1 to a person in a suit when we ask money to use the payphone compared to a disheveled, drunken stranger who is making you uncomfortable. The point is, as long as we feel comfortable, most of us would be willing to give $1 to a stranger in need. So what if the amount were $1,000? Almost nobody will say yes to a stranger asking for this amount. But when your best friend asks for $1,000, you at least consider giving it to them. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what relational bank accounting is all about. So when you ask a prospect or customer for money, they ask themselves, do I know you? Do I like you? Do I trust you? If they say yes to these questions, you succeeded in building a relational bank account with that customer. Let's recall what we learned previously about branding and selling, and now relate it to relational bank accounts. Branding is anything that makes a deposit into a customer's relational bank account. Selling is anything that makes a withdrawal from a customer's relational bank account. Anytime you try to sell someone something, you're making a relational bank account withdrawal. However, be aware that too many withdrawals can break a customer's trust. Now, I'll give you 4 ways to build your relational bank account. Method 1, make them laugh. Think about the ads that grab your attention. Why did it make a lasting impression on you? Most likely it's because it gives you emotions, and making you laugh is one of them. Being funny is easy when a product is funny, but humor can also be difficult with ordinary products. Anytime you make someone laugh, they like you more, and it builds up your relational bank account. However, it doesn't always work. It's funny when you can make fun of yourselves and show people you don't take yourself too seriously. So make sure that being funny is relevant to you and what you're offering. You never want a doctor to make fun of himself if he's treating you, right? The second method is to make them cry. Same concept as method 1, giving your customers emotions, but this is very difficult for it to work. But when it works, it can be extremely powerful. Even though we know it's just an ad or blog post, we can't help but feel affected. You can do this by trying to relate your brand to your customer's memory, create nostalgia. If you hit the sweet spot, you can attach your brand into deeper memory of your customers. The third method is making them feel that they are part of something. Think about why Apple has been so successful all these years. It was so because people felt included in their mission. They put their customers' experience as the #1 priority. Consequently, even when Apple struggled, people stayed loyal to their brand over the years. Apple can sell whatever they want to sell because their customers are loyal to the brand and identify themselves by it. In order to do the same in your business, be authentic and take a stand. Let the people know what you're all about so they can know if they want to be a part of it. Here's my homework for you. Make a list of what you believe in your brand, what you stand against, and anything else that might help customers identify with you. The fourth method is to deliver actual value in advance. It means giving your prospects valuable and usable content they can actually want before you ask for money. Help them first, sell after. Here's a scenario. You're stuck in the middle of a desert. Your car broke down and you need help. There's no network, no food, no water. You're stranded out there alone. Here comes a guy named John. Coincidentally, he found you lost in the desert. He offers to help you out of the desert, but he asks you to pay first before he offers his service. You have no choice but to pay whatever price he's demanded. But are you happy about it? What if John offers you help without asking for money first? Instead, he gets you out of the desert, offers you food and water. If he had asked you for money later, would you have gladly offered it? Right, because he provided value in advance. What if John gets you out of the desert for free, offers food and water for free, and later you know that he sells furniture for a living? Most probably, you will buy furniture from him, right? The power to deliver value in advance is just amazing. Finally, the third way to build a successful content marketing campaign is to build a successful content strategy. Now that you have great quality content with fantastic relationships with your prospects, without an effective documented marketing strategy, do you think you can make the maximum profit possible? 97% of effective content marketers have a strategy. So if you don't have one, I truly encourage you to have one now. Question is, how to build a successful content marketing strategy. If you're new to creating a strategy, don't worry because I'm going to give you 7 simple steps to build a killer strategy. Step 1 is know your objectives. To create any well-planned strategy, you need to ask questions. So always ask questions. Why are you doing what you're doing? Is content marketing going to increase brand awareness among your audience? Is it going to help increase sales? Is it going to increase your customers' loyalty? Write them down. All these questions will give you so much clarity about your business, plus it gives you a lot of motivation to succeed. Clarity is power. Also, remember to always know your why before the how. Step 2 is know your one big thing. Guess what? Someone else has already thought of your great idea. So what makes you and your content special? What makes you unique? Usually, the big thing is not your product or your services. It's your story. It can also be your company's soul that shines in content marketing. So think for a moment and write down your one big thing. Step 3 is tracking or taking measurements. Why do you do that? The answer is simple. To know if your content is working, it helps to achieve your objectives. The metrics you're tracking have to be congruent to your business objectives. Are you tracking your audience's brand awareness, their consumption, your sales, the amount of leads you're generating? However, don't track everything. Just track a few things that actually matter. Now, write down what you're going to track in order to know if your content's working. Step 4 is to know your audience. Ask yourself, who are they? What do they like? How do they spend their time? What influences them? Write them all down. You need to know them in order to attract them. After knowing them, step 5 is to know their needs. The question for this is simple. Just ask yourself, what content do they want from you? For this, I have a bonus tip for you because I'm going to give you 7 ways to find your audience's needs. They are web analytics, internal search data, search analytics, social listening, interviewing customers, and via sales or customer service. Just pick some of these ways and study them. From there, you can list down what they want from you. Simple, right? Then we move on to step 6, which is content execution. What kind of content are you going to provide? What content is the current market interested in? To answer this, do your research. In the meantime, don't rely on other people's case studies as it can be faulty and inaccurate. Do your own research. There are 2 main types of content execution, and I would call them rock and pebble. Imagine a huge rock and small pebbles. These are metaphors of content. The first type, rock, is heavier, more lasting, provides more value, and targeted closer to decision-making stage. What I mean is the content it provides is more to the core and provides tremendous value to those who come across it. At the same time, this amount of content provided is a lot and detailed. Those who are close to decision-making would pay more attention to this type of content execution. On the other hand, pebbles are lighter, disposable, less value, and targeted at initial stages. Simply said, this type of content execution is more superficial, provides less value, and is more of an introduction to a larger thing. An example of rock is a very detailed research report, whereas an example of a pebble is a blog post. However, you can actually break your big rock and turn it into many pebbles and place them in many different places. Meaning, even if you have a huge detailed content, you can turn it into many mini-contents or topics and show them in many different platforms. An easy example is that BBC now creates 15-second news stories with Instagram video from a long television broadcast. The rock in this example is the television broadcast, while the pebble is the Instagram video. You get the picture, right? Now you know the types of execution available out there. You know what to do, but it's a big chunk of work. Sometimes it'll get a bit too messy. So in order to be more organized, in this step I will teach you how to create your own content planning worksheet. Put in the date, the format or channel, author, description, personas, audience needs, funnel stage, call to action, and tracking into columns. Here's an example of a planning worksheet to help keep you organized. As you can see, there are different columns with different categories written on it. But it is best that you make those words short and clear. I'm sure that you do not want the planning to be messy and difficult for you to read. Remember, it's always good to have your work organized. After planning them out, schedule them. Put your content strategy on a detailed calendar with views by week, month, quarter, and year. You can use Excel or Google Doc for it. If you want an upgrade in scheduling, you can also go for dedicated software. After you schedule it, everything will be in place and execution will be easy. The final step is to build a killer strategy via content amplification. Understand that your content is fire, social media is gasoline. Why? Because the fact that you created some content doesn't mean anyone will see or care about it. You must market your marketing and create a distribution plan for each piece of content. So where do you amplify them? I'll give you 11 ways to amplify your content now. You can do it on your employees' social media, customer social media, internal or external email, organic search, paid search, display ads, paid social media ads, organic social, guest posts, earned media, and offline ads. There you have it, the 7 steps to build a killer content marketing strategy. Now to sum it up, the 3 steps to build a successful content marketing campaign are: number 1, provide quality content. Number 2, build relational bank accounts with marketing. Number 3, build a successful content strategy. With all these arsenals up your sleeve, I'm confident that you will definitely be a content marketing expert if you take action. So remember, your job is not to make boring brochures. Your job is to tell interesting and informative stories. Stories sell. Hey there, and welcome to the last topic on how to attract super affiliates. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to recruit your very own super affiliates with super convincing methods. Through these tactics and techniques, you should be able to implement your affiliate business and expect good results from it. So, who are the super affiliates? They're basically affiliates that either run on their own or in a company that can produce large amounts of revenues for your affiliate program. With their unique set of skills on how to run profitable campaigns, they are able to produce excellent results with ease. However, the demand for super affiliates requires attractive commissions and good conversion rates. Moreover, some super affiliates will offer their very own custom rates and terms. Unlike the usual affiliates, they are highly committed on financial and labor resources to ensure their marketing campaign is a success. Compared to other affiliates, they are very consistent in running profitable campaigns for weeks and in return generating a good amount of revenue. Any affiliate's capability to drive affiliate marketing depends on the individual skills, and it shows a big difference in creating profitable campaigns. Core skills in affiliate marketing, such as creating advertising, optimizing a campaign, understanding on finding good offers, and efficient in conducting bidding, is what makes an affiliate to be good in generating revenue from any traffic source. To be a super affiliate, they're always competitive in the affiliate marketing to run a profitable campaign. They build and sustain their relationship with other networks or affiliates and advertisers so that their campaigns are constantly running. Moreover, through relationships, they gain exclusive benefits such as running top traffic sources and gaining affordable offers with ease. To get super affiliates to join your side, you have to show them what your marketing capabilities are if you don't have fixed affiliate marketing. The first way is showing a solo ad. If you're wondering what is a solo ad, it's a pre-written cut and paste email advertisement for products. A well-produced solo ad could potentially gain the interest of super affiliates to support your affiliate marketing. For example, a solo ad contains a catchy subject line and a context that drives people to click on the affiliate link in the email. Most marketers would provide their affiliates with multiple solo ads, but a single solo ad would usually suffice. When an internet marketer starts a launch of a new product, you may notice that most of the emails you receive for it are from different marketers, but their contexts are the exact same thing. This is because the product vendor only provided solo ads to his or her affiliates. Informing potential affiliates what the conversion rate is for your site is an essential point to get affiliates to join you. How much commission do they make? Is there any upsell or recurring commissions? Are there any affiliate incentives? What's the visitor value? Do affiliates get free access to the product or a higher commission after a certain number of sales? All of these key pieces of info are very significant to your affiliates, so they could fully understand what kind of traffic they would focus on and what they would bid for the keywords. Up next is showing them your affiliate program's statistics. Through these statistics, your affiliates will be able to review your affiliate program EPC, which stands for Earnings Per Click. EPC essentially reflects your earnings per 100 clicks sent by your affiliates to the website, and the calculation is an average based on all affiliate traffic. Other statistics that you could share, such as average sale amount and average commission amount in the duration of 7 and 30-day periods, could provide insights for affiliates to understand the current state of the affiliate marketing. What if you have your very own affiliate marketing program up and running? From here on, I will provide you 7 more tips to attract super affiliate marketers to enroll into your affiliate marketing. The main point here is to ensure your affiliate program appeals to the super affiliates. First tip: people are always driven by money, and the majority of the affiliate marketers are constantly on the lookout for great quality affiliate programs so they can easily earn more. If you offer a huge commission rate, then you will be able to attract super affiliates who have a great talent in selling. The next tip: super affiliate marketers will want to have access to all the promotional materials that your company has created for the affiliate program. Doing so allows them to start selling right away and potentially sell even more. The more effective marketing tools you provide, the affiliates will be able to generate more sales for you. Thus, it's essential that you provide your affiliates all the support and help they require, along with the necessary promotional materials. Moving on to the next tip, it's necessary to have exceptionally designed sales pages so that your potential super affiliates will be prompted to enroll in the program easily. The presence of a fantastic-looking sales page means that the affiliate has a higher chance at earning a commission. Hence, he or she will be more willing to join your program in the process. What makes a great sales page? Great graphics and design will indicate your product's value. For example, if you sell a product in the make money niche, you should be providing evidence on how your product will help a buyer to generate money. A great sales letter is also a necessity. All these factors should easily drive super affiliate marketers to your affiliate program. Most affiliate program owners tend to make mistakes of having a very high affiliate commission threshold point. That means the affiliates have to make a lot of referrals or sales before they can get an affiliate commission payment. As the rigid threshold level will only discourage affiliates from joining in your program, and thus you will potentially lose out in the number of affiliate sales. Affiliates may be your best sellers in the industry, but you still need to train them so they can sell your products or services in the way you desire. So it's necessary that appropriate training and guidance is required if you want to attract the best affiliates in the market. Always make sure you have all the necessary training materials so your affiliates can read up on them. Develop a unique page for affiliates, or even better, the affiliate members area, where they could gain all the promotional material for your product or services. Provide them with all the marketing materials such as banners, pre-written letters, and other tools. Not to mention, affiliate support is essential if you want to maintain a successful affiliate program. Moving on to the last two tips. The majority of the top quality affiliates will only look for programs which have a solid affiliate protection policy. They may want to be sure that any of the steelware and spyware won't take commissions from them. Always make sure to have a strict policy that prevents any activities on your site. Through this method, you can gain more good quality affiliates. On the last tip, affiliates will want to earn maximum incomes. The only option you can do to attract super affiliates is offer them multiple sources of revenues from a single program. You could also combine the tactic of pay per sale along with a pay per click program. Through this method, your affiliates can hope to earn more from the same program. Through the pay per click option, affiliates will earn immediate commissions as soon as a customer clicks through to your affiliate program. In the previous module, you learned about solo ads, and solo ads are a part of PPC traffic, which means you pay per click. In this module, I'm going to talk about another type of traffic, which is PPV traffic. You will learn what PPV traffic is, what are the two types of PPV ads, PPV traffic providers, how you can target in PPV traffic, and how to optimize your campaign. First, what is PPV and what does it stand for? PPV stands for pay per view, and that means you pay per view, not per click. PPV is also known as CPV, which stands for cost per view. Basically, PPV works like this. The user installs a program that allows PPV Network to serve ads on its computer, and that's called adware. For example, let's say the user downloaded a screensaver game or Smiles, so he agrees to their terms and conditions where they say that they will serve pop-up or in-text ads. There are two types of PPV ads. The first one is a pop-up, so when a user searches for a specific keyword or a website, a pop-up with your website appears. The second type of ad is in-text ads, and how it works is when the user is reading an article, so when the word that you are targeting shows up in the body of the text, it will be bolded and underlined, and when the user mouses over that word, your ad will show in a little light box. Let me show you an example of a pop-up ad and an in-text ad so you can see the difference between them. A pop-up ad is when a user visits a specific website. So in this example, the user visited the Space Reporter website and suddenly this pop-up shows up. As you can see in the example, It is an ad for a contest of Publishers Clearinghouse with a clear call to action. Now let's see what an in-text ad is. So this is what the in-text ad will look like. So someone is visiting this website, and as soon as your keyword shows up, the software underlines that keyword, and when the user mouses over it, this little pop-up comes up with your ad. Your ad has to be very relevant to the page that the user is browsing so that it hopefully grabs his attention and he clicks on your ad. Also, you have to create an eye-catching call to action. That was the two types of PPV ads that you can use. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of PPV. The pros are that PPV traffic is extremely cheap, as you can get views as low as $0.002 per view. The PPV traffic is also targeted to the users. For example, if someone searched for golf, and then your ad that related to golf shows up, so that means that you have a high chance that the user will click on your ad. In my opinion, the only con of PPV traffic is that it is annoying for users because people don't like pop-ups. I mean, really, have you ever met anyone that says, "Oh, I love those pop-ups I get on my computer"? This is why you really have to offer the user something of value. Now let's get into PPV traffic providers. There are many PPV traffic providers on the internet, but I recommend you use these providers. DirectCPV is requiring low deposit compared to the other networks, so you can start testing without risk. DirectCPV is focused on internet marketing niche. So if you have an offer in the internet marketing niche, you have to test DirectCPV. They require only a $100 deposit to join. Media Traffic is another PPV provider, and it requires at least $200 to join. Add-on Network, on the other hand, is similar to Media Traffic. You have to deposit $200 to join. 50 on Red is one of the best PPV traffic these days, and their traffic is high quality, but their minimum deposit's a little high. You have to deposit at least $500 to join 50 on Red. Also, 50 on Red requires a photo ID or passport to get in. Lead Impact used to require only $200 for deposit in the past, but now it requires $1,000 to join up, so it's one of the more costly deposit PPV providers. But Lead Impact has pretty good quality, so if you have the budget, go for it. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is the targeting. When you create a PPV campaign, you have to choose either using keyword targeting or URL targeting. But first, what is keyword targeting and URL targeting? Keyword targeting is when the user searches for a specific word on search engines like Google or Yahoo. So, for example, let's say the user is interested in fishing, and you are bidding for that word. So when the user types fishing in Google, your pop-up will show up to the user. Also, unlike URL targeting, you can use in-text ads in keyword targeting. So when the user is reading an article about fishing tips and the word fishing comes up in the body text, it will be underlined, and as I mentioned before, when the user mouses over the word, a light box will show up with your ad. On the other hand, URL targeting is when the user visited a specific URL that you are bidding for. For example, if the user visited fishing.com, your pop-up will show up. Unfortunately, you can't use in-text ads in URL targeting, so you can only use pop-ups. Now that you know the difference between keyword targets and URL targets, I'm going to show you how to find keyword targets first, and then URL targets. Let's start with keyword targets. To get keywords to use for your PPV campaign, first you have to type your keyword on Google. And when you type your keyword, Google will give about 9 other suggestions. So what you need to do is to copy them, then save them in a text file on your device. Another way to get keywords is to use keywordtool.io, and it's a free tool that gives you keyword suggestions. So what you need to do is type your keyword, and the site will give you many suggestions. Copy them and save them in the text file that you created for Google Suggests. What you need to do now is just copy all the keywords in your text file and paste them on your PPV provider. The second thing is to get URL targets, and to get URL targets, we'll use Google also. Head to Google and search for your keyword, then open each website URL for 3 pages or so, and copy each URL off of them and save it in a new text file like you did in the keyword targets. These websites are ranked in Google, so they get a lot of traffic every day, so we will use them to get URL targets. You can always hire somebody from Fiverr to do this work for you because it's going to take a few hours. Another great website to get URL targets is BuzzSumo.com. BuzzSumo is a helpful search tool that tracks content on all social networking sites and ranks them based on the number of shares on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and Pinterest. Now you know how to find keyword targets and URL targets, so the last thing I'm going to teach you is how to optimize your campaign. Optimizing your campaign is very important when you do PPV marketing. Not all of your campaigns will be great, so what you need to do first is to choose either if you're going for short-term or for long-term campaigns. So what's the difference? Short-term is when you do a campaign for just 1 or 2 days or so. In this case, you need to look at the ranking. You'll need to become the first bidder so you get the high volume. Keep in mind that sometimes it's better to be the second or third place. Yeah, you'll get lower volume but cheaper traffic. Long-term, on the other hand, is when you do a campaign for 30 days or more. And here you have to look at the cost, not the ranking, so you have to reduce your cost. That's the difference between them, and sometimes you have to choose short-term, while on another campaign you have to go for the long-term. Lastly, I'm going to teach you what you should and shouldn't do if you're doing PPV marketing. Let's start with what to do. Do start your bid as low as possible to get the first, second, or third position, and then raise your bid when you are not the first or the second bidder. Always track your campaigns because that's an important thing to do so you can optimize your campaigns to get the best results that you want. There are many tracking programs available. CPV Lab is one of the best tracking programs. CPV Lab is the self-hosted platform for testing, tracking, and optimizing CPV campaigns, along with built-in email conversion tracking and support for other traffic sources. CPV Lab is a little expensive. It's $297 that covers all updates and upgrades for 1 year. Then continued updates are optional at $147 per year. If you're on a budget, you can start with a free tracking program, and one of the most popular free tracking programs is Prosper 202. And you can either download a standalone version to install on your own server or use theirs on their service. The next one is to split test your offers. Create more than one campaign and change only one thing, like a headline or a call to action, and then split test them to see which one converts better. Let's get into what you shouldn't do. Never give up. Not all of your campaigns will be successful, and probably if you're starting out, you will lose some money. But that shouldn't make you give up. Instead, try to improve your campaigns, and be sure that you will have great campaigns that give you good results. Don't waste your time trying to make your campaign perfect because simply it won't. Of course, you have to improve your campaign always, but just don't take hours to do that. Launch it, and when you get results, you can optimize it. In addition, don't make just one campaign. As I mentioned earlier, you have to make more than one campaign so you can split test them later.